It started quietly. I was 7 years old, sitting in the second-to-last row of my 4th grade classroom next to a friend. Let's call him Ryan. Back then, I was obsessed with video games, and during class, I noticed a disc sticking out of his backpack. I assumed it was a game CD, something exciting I hadn't played yet. After school, I casually asked if I could borrow it for a few days. He didn't think twice. That evening, I got home and realized no one else was there. I was bored, wandering around the house, when I suddenly remembered the disc. I rushed to my room, slid it into the computer, and pressed play without thinking twice. What I saw changed something in me instantly. My heart started pounding so hard I could hear it in my ears. My chest tightened. My eyes stayed locked on the screen. I didn't fully understand what I was watching, but I knew it wasn't a game. It felt forbidden. It felt intense. It felt like I had discovered something secret that adults didn't want kids to see. I was scared and excited at the same time. For a moment, it felt like I had stumbled onto treasure. But after a few minutes, a strange wave of guilt crept in, a quiet discomfort I couldn't explain. I turned it off, ejected the disc, and the next day I gave it back, pretending I barely watched it. For about a week, everything felt normal again. Then the curiosity returned. It wasn't loud, it was subtle, a quiet urge in the back of my mind. I couldn't ask Ryan for the disc again. Even at that age, I cared about how I was perceived. I wanted to be the innocent kid, the good kid. So instead of asking, I stole it from his backpack. That was the first time I knowingly did something wrong because of that curiosity. When I got home and tried to play it again, the disc was corrupted. It didn't work. I told myself it was better that way, but the urge didn't disappear. It just waited. I didn't even know what to call what I was looking for. I typed broken, awkward phrases into search bars, hoping something would appear. Nothing worked at first. Then one day, another kid at school mentioned a website during class. He said it casually, like it was no big deal. I don't remember what the teacher was teaching that day, but I remember the website name perfectly. The moment I got home, I typed it in. That was the real turning point. There weren't just a few clips like the CD. There were thousands, endless videos, endless categories. It felt overwhelming, like I had walked into a digital warehouse of temptation. At first, I didn't even understand everything I was seeing. I didn't know what masturbation was. I made childish assumptions about what was happening on screen. But eventually, a friend explained it to me. I was in 6th grade. The first time I tried it, I locked myself in the bathroom. When I finished, I felt awful, empty, dirty, guilty. I told myself I would never do it again. 4 days later, I did. And that's how the cycle began. By 7th and 8th grade, it wasn't curiosity anymore. It was routine. I felt physically weaker, mentally foggy. My confidence slowly faded. I struggled to look people in the eyes. Even talking to other boys made me nervous. Talking to girls felt impossible. I started walking with my head down. I didn't connect the dots. I knew watching porn wasn't exactly good, but I didn't realize how deeply it was affecting me. I thought maybe I was just introverted. At the time, being quiet and withdrawn even seemed kind of cool. So I convinced myself that was just my personality. But inside, I felt worthless. The addiction escalated. I tried quitting many times. I failed many times. There were days in 9th grade when I spiraled completely. I could feel the physical toll. My energy was low. My body felt drained. My skin looked dull. My posture collapsed. But I still couldn't stop. Porn stopped being something I watched. It became something that controlled me. It distorted how I saw women. Every normal interaction in real life triggered a memory from something I had watched. A teacher explaining something reminded me of a category. A cashier at a store triggered another scene. It was like my brain had been rewired to filter reality through that lens. I felt mentally sick, ashamed, out of control. I avoided eye contact. I avoided conversations. I convinced myself I would never have a girlfriend. I believed I wasn't attractive. I believed I wasn't enough. Every time I tried to quit and failed, the shame doubled. The thoughts got darker. I felt trapped inside my own head. Then, one day, a friend introduced me to the concept of nofap. I didn't take it seriously at first, but I tried anyway. My first streak lasted 5 or 6 days. When it broke, I noticed something. During those few days, I had felt slightly stronger, slightly clearer, slightly more alive. That was the first time I realized the connection. It wasn't magic. I relapsed many times. I built streaks and broke them. I felt hopeless again and again, but I didn't quit trying. Slowly, something shifted. My energy started returning. My posture improved. I began looking people in the eyes again. Conversations felt easier. My skin looked better. My body felt stronger. I started enjoying simple things I had ignored for years. I remember watching a sunset and actually feeling present. I remember noticing cloud shapes and feeling fascinated. I remember standing near a massive tree during a picnic and being genuinely amazed at how alive everything looked. Those moments felt impossible before. My brain had been numb. Quitting wasn't easy. It was brutal. There were nights I thought it would never end. But every relapse taught me something. Every failure built resilience. I stopped measuring progress by perfection. I measured it by persistence. Today, I can say honestly that I don't watch porn anymore. The urges still show up sometimes. Old memories still surface. But now I know they don't control me. Looking back, I don't hate that kid in 4th grade. He wasn't evil. He wasn't broken. He was curious and unprepared. What hurts is how quietly that curiosity turned into dependency. If you're struggling right now, you're not weak. You're not disgusting. You're not beyond repair. But you do have to be honest with yourself about what it's costing you. For me, it cost confidence. It cost energy. It cost years of feeling less than I was. Recovery didn't happen because I hated myself. It happened because I finally decided I wanted more. more strength, more clarity, more control. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to refuse to quit on yourself. Because it's not over until you win.